Hello, my name's Erin. I'll be guiding this 45-minute yoga practice. Start in child's pose. Bring your knees to the outer edges of your mat, feet together, hips back towards your heels, head on the mat. Once you're settled, begin to find your breath. The breath is always there, but the truth is, in day-to-day life, we are seldom noticing it. However, here on the yoga mat, it's completely different. Notice everything you can about the capacity of your breath, the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. Notice every sensation and even the sound. The breath is like the thread that weaves this practice together, and if you ever lose it, return to child's pose and take a little break. A few more moments here, observing sensations in the body and accepting them as they are today. On your next inhale, rise to tabletop. Place your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Cat and cow is next. Inhale to drop your belly, lift the chin, open wide cow pose. Exhale to cat. Round the spine, tuck the chin as you press your hands down. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Continue at your pace. Moving with breath, maybe even closing your eyes to acknowledge deeper sensation. If you wish, add any other movements that feel necessary or appropriate. This practice is like a conversation you have with your body. There are no wrong answers. It's simply something to notice. Return to tabletop when you're ready. Take a breath, and on your exhale, extend your right leg behind you, holding it at hip height, staying firm through the belly as you breathe. Take a full inhale here, and as you exhale, draw right knee towards right elbow, maybe even lifting it higher towards the armpit if you can. Manage breath. Inhale, stretch leg long, and exhale, other side. Couple breaths, smooth and steady. Inhale to stretch your leg long, modified side plank. Right foot comes down, inner arch drops. Planting left hand under left shoulder, extending right hand to sky. Breathe big, and notice your strength. If you want more challenge, stretch forward. If you don't, just stay put. Next exhale, hand down, knee down, cow and cat. Side number 2, take a breath. Exhale, extend left leg behind you, hold at hip height. Find the muscles to accommodate your balance. Breathe. Notice. Take the inhale and exhale, left knee, left elbow. Lifting as high as you can. Squeezing core. Inhale, stretch it long, and exhale to the other side. Hold firmly. Shaking is okay. Inhale, stretch long, and put your knee down. It appears I forgot the side plank on this side. You're welcome. Cow and cat. High plank is next. Plant your hands and send both legs behind you, long and strong. Flex through the feet. Ripple activation up through your entire legs. Press your hands down as hard as you can, rounding up out of the shoulder blades. Now how's your breath? Manage it. Notice it. You are strong. On an exhale, down dog. Send your hips up and back. Drop your head. Begin to sink your heels. Maybe swaying your hips, pedaling out your knees, noticing how the pose feels today, and releasing any judgments. Every single down dog will be different, so accept what shows up. Once you find the perfect variation of the pose for you today, simply pause and take a few more breaths. Noticing how the inhales expand you along the backside of your ribs and how the exhales soften you. Begin to walk forward to the front of the mat for Ragdoll, a sweet forward fold. Knees can bend quite a lot here. You might even just rest your belly on your thighs. Weight shifts towards front of feet. Head is totally relaxed, and the weight of it starts to decompress your spine. You might add movement to accommodate that process, but sometimes stillness is pretty sweet too. As you breathe, make sure you're very soft through the face and the jaw. Feel that softness resonate up your neck and shoulders as well. Release your hands to the mat, bring your feet together now. On an inhale, halfway lift, flat back, firm belly. Exhale to fold and drop your head. On a big breath in, rise to mountain. Take your time. Fingers reach up, shoulders fall back. Stand tall and proud, and bring your hands to your heart. Feel your breath under your thumb bones. And set an intention for your practice today. It doesn't have to be fancy, just honest. Sun salutations are next. Inhale to mountain pose. Exhale and fold deeply. Big breath, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back to a plank. And lower all the way to your belly. A few little cobras to warm the spine. Palms are just behind the shoulders. Feet are together, pressing down. On an inhale, gently lift your chin and chest. Hold and breathe. Let it be soft, smooth. Exhale, come back down and let that go. Release your shoulders, release your legs, and then set up for another one. Press your feet down and inhale to lift your chin and chest. Exhale back down. Let that one go. Take one more. Inhale to lift, and if you want to go just a little deeper, float your hands. Simply an option. On a breath in, press up to plank. Exhale, down dog. Take a few steady breaths. Down dog is a resting pose. It's also where you are constantly checking in with your body and how it's changing. We'll walk through another option for the flow. If you don't want to do a little cobra, you could do a chaturanga. Inhale to a high plank. You find yourself here often. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Straighten your arms. Exhale back to downward facing dog. As we move forward with practice, you'll have many opportunities to flow. Whatever you do from plank is your decision. To the belly, lower halfway, or pro tip, you can always skip that part. You will have many opportunities to choose. Step up to the front of your mat, We continue. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Big breath, rise to mountain. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to a plank. Now flow. Lower to your degree or not at all. Inhale for a back bend if you go there. And exhale, down dog. Take a few breaths. Slow, big, steady breaths. Good. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, now fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back to a plank. And at your pace, flow. See you in down dog for a few more breaths. Perhaps already noticing how the body is beginning to change. Front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to mountain. Chair pose. On an exhale, sink your weight back to your heels. Squeeze your thighs, your bottom, and your belly. Hands could reach up overhead, or heart center is a lovely connection. Intensify your breath to build heat, strength, perseverance. Start to lift your toes up. Notice how that changes the way you use your legs. Yoga has a very special way of strengthening and awakening our feet, which are so often forgotten. Hands to heart. Next, we airplane the arms. Stretch your palms down and back. Shift your gaze about 3 feet in front of the mat. Drinking bird is next. Tippy toes. Rise up. There might be a lot of shaking. You might slip out of this a few times, and that's okay. Pop back up. Hold just a little longer. If your legs are burning, join the club. You've got it. Heels down. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, and fold. Shake it off. Standing split is next. You might want blocks for this if your hands do not easily reach the floor. Head is inhale, lift your right leg up. Stay relaxed through your neck and smooth in your breath. If you want more challenge, lift up your hands. If you don't, keep them down. On an exhale, step back, low lunge. Drop right foot, sink into a 90-degree angle on the front knee. Blocks might also be handy here, if you wish. Give the hips a few moments to adjust, and if it's more comfortable, place your back knee down. Right hand under right shoulder, left hand up for a twist, working the exhales out of your midsection here as if it were a washcloth, wringing out anything you don't need. Exhale, left hand down, return to standing split, kick up through left leg, lift right leg, drop head. One more big breath and bring feet together now. Let's do the other side. It will likely be very different than the first. Don't worry about it. Lift up your left leg. Manage your breath. And let this side tell whatever story it's going to tell. Bodies are often not symmetrical, and that's wonderful. It's fine. Exhale, step back to a low lunge and adjust your angles. Maybe drop your knee. Give the hips a moment to adjust. Low twist, left hand down now and right hand to the sky. You might look up to the thumb, very strengthening for the neck. But if you cannot find your breath, gaze could be neutral or even down. There are lots of subtle choices in yoga which change poses all around. And it's unique to every person. Come back to standing splits, both hands down, kick your leg back up, drop your head, 2 more breaths. Feet together, shake it off. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to a plank. And find your flow. No rush. See you in down dog. Once you're there, just take a few breaths. Let the heart rate slow down a bit. Our Standing Warrior series will be next. First we will hold, and then we will flow. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Core strength here. Again, you're welcome. Inhale, send it up. Exhale to the other side, left elbow. Inhale, send your leg way up. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Inhale, send the leg up. And as you exhale, bring the foot forward, set it down, warrior 1. You're angling through your back foot in such a way that you can use the outer edge. So left toes are pointing up and outward, maybe towards the front corner of the mat. Lunge generously into your front knee. How is your breath? If you lost it a little, just bring it back and let the pose sit. Exhale to warrior 2. Back foot now parallel to back edge of mat. Again, lunging generously into front knee. Fingers are awake and fanned. This will generate activity all the way through your arms. If your belly is hanging there, draw it up, draw it in. It happens. Reverse warrior is next. Your back arm might simply rest or wrap behind the small of your back. Flip your right palm and reach up and back from there. You might gaze up or look to your back foot. Do what feels best, and once you find it, hold it and let it be. Fill your right side body with each inhale, stretching wider and wider. 1 more inhale. Exhale, both hands down. Step back to a plank and flow. No rush. Side number 2. Inhale, left leg up. Big exhale, left elbow. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, go right. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Hold it right there and breathe. Inhale, send leg up. Exhale, draw foot forward, set it down, warrior 1. Build the posture from the feet up to the fingers, however long that takes. The transitions we make into poses are every bit as important as the postures themselves. Breathe. Take the inhale. Exhaling to warrior two now. Take your time, sink deep. Send a determined gaze right out over your front middle finger as if to say, I have arrived and I am grounded. I am ready, strong. Reverse your warrior. Release back hand, flip the front hand and lay back, breathing space into left side body, maintaining deep lunge in front leg. One more big breath in. Exhale, both hands down. There's your plank. Now flow. We will flow our sequence, one breath per movement. First, taking a quick child's pose, very brief. Drop your knees, sink your hips, release your head. Let softness wash over your body as you regain control of your breath, feeling calm and focused. Downward facing dog. Flowing now, one breath per movement. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale and reverse. Exhale, hands down. Step back to a plank and flow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale and step. Warrior one, breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. Inhale and reverse that thing. Exhale, both hands down. Step back to a plank and flow. Nice. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, step. Inhale to one. Exhale to two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale and flow. Inhale, left leg. Exhale and step. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to two. Breathe in, reverse. Hands down, step back. Your flow. Once you're back in downward facing dog, slow your breathing. Give it a moment. Come up to the front of your mat. Ragdoll. Now you've been here before in the beginning, but things are completely different now. Maybe bend and re-straighten the knees a couple of times. Maybe add movement where it wasn't available before. Do what you must to just let some tension go. Fingers down, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to mountain. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your hands to your sides. Palms forward, thumbs out. Shoulders back. Close your eyes and just breathe. As you breathe, sense where every little piece of your body is. We like to tell our bodies what to do. Too seldom do we stop to feel and listen. Blink your eyes open and lift your hands. Standing balance. Draw your right knee towards your chest for one-legged mountain. If this is difficult for you, you could choose to simply place your right foot on a block or just put your toes down like a kickstand. On an exhale, high open twist to the right. Look to back thumb if you want more challenge. You might use your left arm to cradle your right knee. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale, hands up. Extend right foot straight forward and breathe. And lower it back down. Let that side go. Preparing for the left and a whole new experience. Hands up. Left knee to chest. Staying very firm in the standing leg and maintaining each inhale and each exhale completely by the moment. Exhale, high open twist, turning left. Possibly looking to back thumb or holding front knee. A few more good exhales here to cleanse. On a long, slow inhale, come back to the front, hands up. Press your left foot straight forward, just hold a bit. Good, not easy. Both feet down, let it go. Take a breath. Open wide. Fold. Breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to a plank, and this time, please stay there. Breathe a little more deeply and a little more slowly than you think you can. You do have the option of putting your knees down, but that doesn't mean you can't pick them back up when you're ready. Every single second you spend here makes you stronger. Side plank is next. Place your right hand down, lift your left hand up. Bottom knee down is an option. Top leg up is an option too. Exhale. Hand down, do the other side, planting left hand, lifting right, exploring options if you wish. On an exhale, come back to high plank position and drop to your forearms. Forearm plank, stay with me, flex your legs, flex your feet, your belly, pressing down through your arms and continuing with determination just a little longer. Yes, you can. Knees down, belly down. Relax. Place your arms at your sides where they're comfortable. Bring a cheek to the mat and slow your breathing. Feel your heart beating under your chest, and maybe for the first time today, be thankful that it's there at all. Heart openers will be next. These will be energizing. These will be vulnerable. And these will help you release some of the tension that builds and builds around the heart in this fearful world that we're living in. We will start with Sphinx pose. When you're ready, begin to rise up onto your elbows. Legs are behind you, separated about hip width. Feet are pressing down. Take a peek down at your elbows, noticing that they are under your shoulders and not behind your shoulders. Forearms extend in front of you like the number 11. And you're using your muscles in such a way that you feel like you're pulling yourself forward even though you're not moving. Soften your face and breathe into your heart space. Let it crack open. On an exhale, come back down and let it go. Cheek on the mat. Total release. Perhaps bending knees and swaying heels side to side. We will take a variation of locust next. Palms down alongside of you, head centered. On an inhale, lift your chin, chest, hands, feet, legs, and arms. Breathe energy to every far corner of your body, every finger, every toe. Lift just a little higher if you can. And on an exhale, come down so slowly. Place a cheek to the mat and just relax. Perhaps bending knees, swaying heels, noticing the fluidity in your hips and low back. Begin to press up to a tabletop. Floor dancer is next. Smooth out any rough edges with cow and cat. Returning to a firm tabletop, inhale your left hand forward, exhale your right leg back. This is very strengthening, and if you want to stay, stay. If you wish to go deeper, reach your hand back, bend your knee, grasping for your foot. If you want one more layer, press foot into hand, lift chin, lift heart. Do not hold your breath here, although it is so tempting. Bottom hand is still pressing down when you do come out. It's so gentle, so smooth. Inhale to stretch leg long. Exhale, place hand and knee down. Smooth out any rough edges. Let that side go. Maybe a cow, maybe a cat. Back to center. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, left leg back now. Stretch as long as you can from fingers to toes. And if you want to go deeper, reach back, bend knee, grab foot. Maybe pressing, opening, and of course, breathing. When you do come out, it's so gentle, so controlled. Inhale to stretch long. Exhale, place your hand and your knee back down. Smooth out any rough edges. Taking rabbit pose to counter our back bends. You might like a block here. You might not. Bring your forehead down. If it doesn't come all of the way down, place it on a block. Legs are together here. Hands could reach overhead or sweep back to cup your heels. Feel your chin tucked under. Feel your belly on your thighs, and maybe take a few breaths into that belly area. Feel it press against your thighs, decompressing low back from the inside. Good. Come out slowly. Downward facing dog. This is the last one of the practice. I encourage you to let it be a little celebration of you, of your ability to show up for yourself, of your ability to change. Walk through and have yourself a seat. We'll take a few seated folds as we cool down. Bring sole of right foot inside of left thigh. Left leg is straight out in front of you. Foot is gently flexed. For some people, this is a stretch. For other people, you might choose to exhale and hinge forward. Hands fall where they may. Front knee bends if you wish. The objective is never necessarily to meet your hands and your feet here. Yoga looks different on everyone. Soften through your face here as you give this side a few more breaths, easing out tension, using absolutely no force. Start to sit up and set up the other side. Right leg extends out in front, left foot is in. On an exhale, perhaps you choose to hinge forward. Nice. Slowly start to come out of this side, placing both feet out in front of you, perhaps getting your blocks for seated butterfly or coddler's pose. Soles of feet together, knees out. The blocks can be really helpful outside of your thighs here, even if you're really flexible. Support is nice. Can't we all agree support is nice? Inhale to reach up, exhale to hinge forward if you wish. Manage your breath, which has now become very smooth, pretty natural, however, still very intentional, still very deep, mindful. Slowly start to sit up. Remove blocks if you need to, and lay back. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of feet together, knees out. Arms could open wide, but if that's a bit vulnerable, place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Relax. Begin to feel gravity pulling at every far corner of your body, releasing fear, releasing resistance, and opening you up for a beautiful life waiting right around the corner. Relax, relax, relax. If you want more hip opening, Supine half pigeon is available here. Placing left foot down, crossing right ankle over thigh. If you want a deeper stretch, you could lift up the bottom leg or just keep it planted. Head stays heavy here, shoulders remain relaxed, focusing on outer edge of right hip. When you come out of this, separate your feet wide to the edges of the mat and slowly let your knees drift from left to right. Side number 2, right foot down, crossing left ankle. You might choose to lift up the left leg, cradling it in your hands on this side, or not. Give it a few more breaths as you release some of this more deeply held tension in your hip. When you come out, separate both feet wide to the edges of the mat and slowly let your knees drift from left to right. Savasana. Here we are. Drop right in and get comfortable, laying flat on your mat and taking up space. Savor the stillness here. If your mind runs away, that's part of the practice. Bring it back to your next breath as many times as you have to. Moment by moment, you begin to notice your body getting heavier and softer. Just be. All is well. I will call you back when we're finished. Start to deepen your breath, wiggling fingers, toes, wrists and ankles, elbows and knees. Reach up overhead for a big stretch. Bend at your knees. Turn to your right side for a final moment of stillness. Set an intention for what lies ahead. It could be something as simple as how you intend to feel. Like a seed ready to sprout, here you are. Press up to a tall, confident, seated position, coming out on the other side of your practice, hands at heart center. Hands to third eye center. Inhale and bow. Namaste.